Well, I have Carrie and Caren with me, the two C's, and I've had Carrie. You've been on before, right?
Yes.
Some time ago. She's had quite a history in her life. She's very well known in Vegas, and you went through bullying. I don't know if it was verbal or physical. Or
It was both.
both.
It was both.
Both you went through that.
Yes.
What about you? Did you go through any physical or verbal abuse in your life?
Yes, I did.
You did?
Yes.
What was yours?
Mine was marriage, and he was verbally abusive.
He was abusive verbally and
Yes.
physically?
No, not physical, just abusive.
Just you know, it's so funny. I don't know if verbally or physical is worse. I don't know which one is worse, because verbal kind of stays with you a long time. You know, it's like you have an argument, and I used to have this. But my husband wanted to argue, but I would never argue with him. I'd walk out. I'd come back, calm down.
Mm-hmm.
Because I did not want to say words I couldn't take back.
Right.
Isn't that what it is?
Yes,
Yeah.
most definitely.
I think verbal is actually harsher.
Yeah.
Yes, because if it's physical, you get hit, it's over with.
Yeah, it's
But
gone.
verbal, like you said, it does
It
last.
stays with you. It
Oh,
stays.
yeah.
Yes.
That person said this to me. And,
Yes.
You know, so how long were you married?
18 months.
Oh, that's good. I
Yeah, I had to get out.
Years.
No, I had to go.
You had to go. You never knew that before, though.
No. It was a
He hated
picture
it.
painted, and it was like after we got married, then all of a
And
sudden,
it all broke loose.
yeah.
He all of a sudden didn't like you. He'd been trying to get her
That's
for
so
18
sad.
months. He
Oh.
was trying to get
But
you.
yeah, it's true.
Yes.
Trying to get you, got you, and then he abused you.
Yes.
I don't get it, but that's life. But
Right.
you've also been through a lot of stuff, and
Yes.
you kind of come out, well, like you as well. The two kids, the two C's have both come out on top.
Oh, thank you.
So you've come out on top. You're looking very happy. You're
Thank
looking very
you.
prosperous. They're both queens. I don't know what I am, because I don't
You're
have
a
a
queen
crown.
too.
I'm
The
queen.
next time I come, I'm going to bring you a crown. Okay, and I'll
I'm gonna
crown
be
you
crowned-
myself.
Let me tell you that. I've been crowned more than once.
Yeah,
believe me.
well.
But not in that
It'll be a good crown. It's awesome, awesome.
Be a good
Yes,
crown.
yes.
So, what are you doing right now? You two are together. You've come on together. As you know, I don't pre-interview, so I don't quite know what you two are both up to. What are you? But you look like
Well,
very happy.
I actually just came out of my annual anti-bullying award show.
Oh,
And I'm happy to say this was the third year golden edition,
yes.
and it received congressional honors. What an honor.
Really?
Yes, it did. Last year at the second annual, it was acknowledged by Assemblyman Tyrone Thompson through the Black Caucus
Okay.
for the fine work that I'm doing through my anti-bullying efforts here in Las Vegas.
Okay. Is there a lot?
What do you mean?
Is there a lot of anti? I mean,
It's a lot,
of
and
bullying,
it's not just in
anti-bullying.
Vegas. Unfortunately, it's
all over-
globally,
it's all over the
worldwide.
world, yes.
It's a crisis. It's a nightmare. But what I've discovered, bullying is just a form of it. But the root cause of it comes from mobbing, and that's really sad. So when you really study the mobbing and
What do you mean mobbing? Oh, the gangsters
right,
and the
the
mob.
pressure of threats, or bullying.
Why do
It could
people
also be a
have to
form.
be like that? Why?
I'm trying to really discover, because I'm not doing just anti-bullying awareness and making people aware of
Of it.
bullying. I want to help the bullies. Okay?
I kind of think that that's getting to the root of it. What do you think?
Exactly.
Yes, and I do know every 7 seconds somebody's being bullied across the United States.
Yes.
Whether they're kids in school or adults, that's what the statistics say.
Exactly.
Every 7
Every 7 seconds.
every 7 seconds out there, someone is getting hurt.
Yes.
Yes.
Verbally or physically.
Physically.
Yes.
Physically. That's just physically.
Yes.
Just both. I mean,
Both.
yes.
Okay. On
That
both
is,
ends.
so what is this thing that's making somebody else so angry and so mad to take it out on somebody
Well,
else?
let me tell you some of the resolve.
Okay.
You get away with stuff if there's nothing in place for the crime.
Okay.
This is something that I discovered that evidently these bullying people know. So if there are no hate crimes that match up with the crime
They're doing.
being committed, they get away with it. And that's bad.
And you know what that means? That's because there is no example. So that means they go into it with something with no example. They won't get caught because there's no, like law.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You go of something else that happened and you go on that, as that helps you get the essence of what you're trying to do.
So what I discovered, taking my case a little further, because I wanted it to stop.
Okay.
And so I discovered we may have some hate crime laws, but we don't have enough to match up with the crimes that are being committed.
That's what they need.
So now being an HR, exactly. So being an HR director, and then now I've also been asked to help through the legislative process, which I will be going to Reno to help legislate a bill for now hate crime laws to be placed in Nevada, but I want them really all over the world.
Yeah, well, you start with Nevada.
Exactly.
As of getting those hate crimes, so you want them, they want the hate crimes documented.
Exactly, and to be addressed. An example. So I have to put all that in place to a guideline.
Okay.
Because I was viciously attacked just about in every area. It's like, go figure, harassment, threatening. I mean, they were calling showrooms and trying to have me put out.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Why?
I don't know.
Showrooms. We're getting a little bit into Vegas. Huh?
Yes,
Vegas
showrooms. I'm there watching the show, minding my business, only to find out there's a phone call by a certain person to put me out of the showroom. For what? I don't know.
And they're saying, take you out of that, they don't have a reason?
I don't know what the reason is. I can never explain it till this day.
Was it a reason for them to get in themselves and have a job and get you out?
Well, no. I'm at a show. This is a person that had their own business per se. But I'm watching the show. Now, let me just say this.
Oh, you were watching the show?
I'm there watching a show. And so let me just say this in all due respect. I can tell my story, but I can't get into the legality of who did the what to who.
No.
So to be safe to say, yes, there are certain people would call certain other individuals. So say, for instance, I got a job and they found out where I was working.
Yes.
They would call those people and say malicious lies about me. Those people would call me into the office, but I would get fired before I got a check.
So you wouldn't get your check either.
Exactly. So how am I going to pay my bills?
For the work you've already done.
Exactly. Now,
there should be a law against that anyway.
Well, what I understand, unfortunately, because of legality, again, I should have probably sued the people now that fired me on something that someone else said about me that wasn't true.
Because it's hearsay.
Exactly. But it was just too much.
Is there a law about hearsay?
Well, no. He said it's too airy. Because now you need, liable. Liable is what's in writing.
Yes.
You got it in writing, you got something.
Yes, but if you have it verbally,
like slander, you got to catch it on the Facebook. So people are calling me and telling me the malicious things. So
you've got somebody out there that doesn't really like you. And
I don't know why to this day, but it's okay. I mean, I can't answer.
I can only assume that they're trying to get rid of you so that they can get the job.
Well,
I don't know what job they could get though. I mean, if you hire me to do a job, what other job do you want? It's like, what do you want to do?
I don't know.
Exactly.
The problem is we have always put bullying in schools and young children.
Right.
And children bullying children. And I think that's where we kind of misread everything because it's not only there. Right. But that's what we immediately think.
And thank you for saying that. Because when I do this, I'm amazed that people don't even know what anti means. Anti means that we are against something negative.
Yes. Well,
our children, unfortunately, are committing suicide now because of the pressure. Now, we're adults and being under pressure. Now, come on, our kids, our babies, it's so sad.
And anybody under 18, I had a TV show for under 18 years old, and it was fabulous. And they don't get the protection they should get, especially now they don't get. But you just mentioned something about how so many children die that we don't even hear about. I mean, we hear about something. I'm not going to get into politics, but we hear about all this stupid stuff going into politics, and really, instead of going really into the real nitty-gritty of what's going on in America. Rather than trying to indict this one or do this to that one or do that to this one, only to better themselves so they can get in there themselves, which is, do it the right way. I'm not saying don't do it, but do it the right way.
Exactly.
But don't get other people into trouble. But let's concentrate on our kids. We don't have
and they're our future. Now, I have 11 grandchildren.
Wow.
And when the young lady that committed suicide, her mother came home from work, she was only 10 years old a couple years ago. I cried so.
10
Just
years
before
old,
Christmas.
She committed suicide.
Yes, because she was being bullied at school.
And she didn't tell her mother or anybody?
Well, that I don't know all the particulars of the
Sometimes,
story.
let me just give you a little message. Sometimes when they're being bullied at school, and it happens all the time, they are also threatened that if you tell your mother or your father or anybody, this and this and this will happen to you. When it wouldn't happen. So remember, kids, if they say that to you, you can still tell your parents.
Oh, yeah.
Because the only reason they say that is so the other person that's doing the bullying can continue doing it.
Exactly, because I'm going to tell you, when we were kids, me and my brother, we were really being bullied by our babysitter. And the babysitter put a knife up to me one day and told me, don't tell my mom. I couldn't wait until my mom got home, and I told. That girl got fired.
Well, I hope so.
But the point is,
That's what happened.
she was a babysitter. Exactly. I had to tell. And my mom and dad educated us about things that were wrong or didn't seem right. Make sure we let them know, because they're there to protect us.
Yes.
Don't let anybody put you in, like me. I felt like a scared rabbit. People are calling me and texting me and threatening my life. And I'm trying to figure out why. What did I do?
What did you do? Okay, is that the same with you?
Yeah, pretty much. I think a lot of it is jealousy.
It's all jealousy.
Yeah.
It's all jealousy. Because I'm not like you, and you're kind of better than I am, so I'm going to make you worse than I am. I'm going to put you down.
But
Yes.
that's
so that I can be who I want to be.
Right.
So we have to create something for somebody else to make yourself better. That's the wrong way about going.
Thank
going
you.
about it.
Thank
The
you. I
wrong
do
way.
agree.
That's the
Most
wrong way going
definitely.
about it. Feel good about yourself. And I always say to everybody, this is one of my little things I give to people. It's go into a sacred place in your house, which is normally your bedroom, and you sit on your bed and you just sit there. You don't have to think of anything, don't have to do anything, but try to sort of think how great you are or how good you are. You might not be the skinniest person, you might not be the prettiest person, you might not have blue eyes and dark hair, you might, who knows, you might have freckles all over the place, I don't know, but you are still a person and you're still beautiful.
Exactly. God made us all different.
And He made us, He gave everyone us something.
Yes.
You've got to find that something that what you are.
Yes,
true.
Exactly.
And then once you find that, feel good about yourself, because you're going to have to live with yourself for the rest of your life. So, I remember I was skinny. 16, I left home. I was a skinny thing. I was ugly. Apparently. Apparently I was ugly. I was skinny. I was not intelligent. I knew nothing. I was nothing.
Wow.
Absolutely. And that's why I left home.
Wow.
Because I figured if I'm nothing here, I must be nothing out there
That's
too.
too funny.
At least
No,
I got
not at all.
a chance out there.
Oh.
Somebody might like me. That's true
Right.
story.
Yes.
So I know a little bit about bullying in another
me
kind
too.
of way.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So as a last thing, what would both of you, each one of you, like to say about bullying on whatever it is, how to avoid it?
That's very key, because for me, the script was flipped overnight.
Okay.
And I had to really become observant of something I didn't even understand. And I'm like, what is this? So then I had to really, really go a little deeper to figure out, what is going on here? Like what you were saying about jealousy. I don't know what it's like to be jealous. I love everybody and care about everybody.
I am what I am.
And it's like,
We are what we are.
I'm who I'm, whether I'm fat or skinny. I've never been skinny.
Doesn't matter.
So, I learned how to love myself.
Yes.
And
other things you can give. There's a lot of stuff you can give.
And the imperfections that I might have, I don't put those on other people. I learned how to deal with
it.
To be better within myself, because that's something that
That's
comes
a great
outward.
message for you to have from you. And what's your
Most
message?
definitely.
I would say, love yourself. God loved us. He made us. If you love yourself or begin to love yourself, you'll find out all of that will just, it won't affect you.
Because you're
right.
Every one of us are individuals in this world. There is not, if you look, there's not one single fingerprint in the entire world the same.
That's right.
Exactly.
So what does that say to you? Every one of us are different.
True.
I've got 3 brothers and a sister. None of us look alike.
Exactly.
My mum could have had, she had the same father, the same husband.
Right.
But we all look different. So
Exactly.
where does that come from? So I think when you understand all that,
Yes.
just love who you are. And it doesn't really matter.
That's right.
Doesn't matter.
That's true.
So, your next project, what is your project? Look at the smile on her face. How happy she is.
Because I had to come through a lot of stuff, even branding.
I'm going to say, what is
our
this?
Royal Regal crowning title to the nation was completed November the 11th of 2019 at the Orleans Casino.
Yeah.
Not knowing I would be that girl to push out our nation's ambassador piece would then put us in our rightful standing in the USA history. So I am that first queen. So I am the queen of Las Vegas entertainment, capital of the world, the nation's ambassador, USA.
That's a long time.
I know.
Oh, shoot. I know. You got all of that at one sitting.
Yes.
I know people that take them years to get that.
And I'm so proud of it today because I went through all of that being bullied myself. Saying, you know what, forget them. I got to get what I got coming to me.
Yeah, but you have to understand. You faced it. You understood who you are, and you took you on.
I had to take charge.
You took you on. You're wearing a crown as well. So what are you? You don't have a sash, though. I don't know what. With 15 other sashes, aren't there?
I have one, but I was
reluctant to wear it.
Well, yes, but this past May, I was inducted into Carrie's court.
Oh,
so she's one of the royal.
So she's one of the royal.
So I'm official.
So there's two queens and then there's me.
No, you're actually an officer.
Oh,
she's an officer.
She's an officer. And
Yeah.
she's got a crown on. She's a queen, and you're a queen, and I'm me.
And you're a queen too.
I'm now a queen.
They're gonna bring us
She's
back.
just a queen without. She's not wearing a crown today.
She's always a queen, just
She's
like
not
you
wearing
all
a
are always
crown
kings
today.
and queens.
I want to thank all of you out there for watching Vegas Live with Ninon. It's absolutely amazing the response we get. I want to thank Steve, who is my producer and director. I want to thank Lynn, who actually gets all the talent and gets every recurring guest on so that we know what they're doing, how they're doing it, and sort of, bringing you up to date. Anybody is invited onto Vegas Live with Ninon. Whoever wants to come on can come on. I don't care if you're known or not known. It doesn't make any difference. I don't mind if you're in the entertainment business, you're in the music business, or you're in politics. It doesn't matter. We actually interview everybody that actually wants to come on the show. And I want to thank everybody that gets in contact with us and we're able to put them on the show. I would just like to acknowledge, since I'm in Vegas, I have a show in Vegas. October 1st, 2 years ago, we had that big tragedy. And as someone was saying this morning, they were saying how, and it actually was the father of one of the people that got killed, about what happened from the Mandalay Bay into the beautiful scene, which was, I think it was the Cowboys singing, wasn't it?
It was a Western.
It was Western event and everything else, and it was absolutely amazing. And Vegas is very difficult trying to get people together, and I hate to say it this way, because apparently it brought everybody together, and it has brought Vegas closer and closer, and it's absolutely wonderful. So, out of a terrible tragedy, and our condolences go to everybody, to the families and everybody, we still have to look at how they've all sort of, come together and made Vegas even greater than it ever was before. And it's amazing.
Yes,
so thank you again, and we'll be right back.